Hello, dear viewers, and welcome back to our channel, where we delve into the deepest royal enigmas, shining a stark light on the invisible battles that decide the very fate of a nation. Today, we open a chapter rife with immense pressure, relentless duty, and the desperate, very human struggle against an unseen enemy. What chilling secrets are being fought for behind Windsor's ancient walls, while the world holds its breath, waiting for the truth? Born in 1948, under the crushing, almost unimaginable weight of royal expectations, Charles, from his very first breath, was undeniably destined for a life unlike any other. His unique status, as the direct heir to Queen Elizabeth II, meant he never truly knew an ordinary existence. Instead, he was, quite literally, consumed by a profound sense of purpose, a part of himself inextricably bound to the monarchy, and by extension, to the entire watchful world. From his earliest years, Charles was a man always preparing, always waiting, for a role that few could ever comprehend. His life became a meticulously curated tapestry of public duty, official engagements, and the constant, unwavering gaze of millions. But this extraordinary existence, steeped in ancient tradition, comes with a unique, silent, and potentially devastating price. And as the crown today faces unprecedented modern challenges, what true, unbearable cost is being paid by the man who wears it? Unfortunately, more than a year after his initial diagnosis, King Charles is still locked in a fierce, private battle with cancer, a war he continues to fight with a quiet, yet defiant, resolve. Despite brief hospitalizations, including a worrying spell in March due to agonizing side effects from his medical regimen, the monarch has persisted in performing his duties with an almost desperate determination to project strength. Yet, behind the gleaming public facade, far from the cameras and the cheering crowds, his actions reportedly leave Catherine and William deeply, profoundly worried. They question whether he is pushing himself too far, perhaps gambling with his delicate recovery in a desperate bid to maintain the illusion of absolute, unwavering stability for the nation. Could this quiet, agonizing sacrifice inadvertently lead to a greater, unforeseen crisis for the crown itself, shaking its very foundations? In recent months, as the king's health challenges have unfolded, casting a long shadow, the Prince of Wales has noticeably intensified his public presence, stepping up to become an increasingly key, indispensable figure within the very fabric of the monarchy. Princess Catherine, too, has demonstrated extraordinary, almost superhuman, fortitude, resuming her demanding protocol duties despite bravely battling cancer herself, from which she is still recovering in agonizing stages. This is not merely a difficult period. Palace sources describe the situation as gravely serious, a crisis whispered in hushed tones. And according to certain shocking reports, fueled by urgent whispers from within exclusive medical circles, there's a chilling estimation that has sent tremors through the palace. The monarch, facing such formidable health hurdles, could have at most 1 year left to live. This prognosis, if tragically accurate, introduces an urgent, almost desperate, and utterly heartbreaking new dynamic into the very heart of the royal family. A silent, unseen clock is ticking, a burden almost unbearable for those closest to the throne. What will they do? The Wales are reportedly consumed by an almost suffocating worry, deeply concerned that King Charles is taking on far too much, potentially jeopardizing his precarious recovery in a tireless quest to project an image of unyielding steadfastness. Their concern grows palpably, a constant ache, as they witness him strive to maintain a demanding schedule, filled with public appearances and official duties, despite the evident, heartbreaking fragility of his health. This grim prognosis, if it reaches the public, has, understandably, already strongly affected Queen Camila, who has long harbored profound, secret fears for the worst. She finds herself agonizingly caught in an impossible bind, a soul-crushing dilemma that no consort could ever truly prepare for, a battle between love and duty. Yet, in the face of such dire possibilities, King Charles III has made a momentous, almost defiant, and resolute decision. He has chosen to continue his reign, explicitly ruling out any thought of abdication in favor of his son, Prince William. This deeply personal choice, made at a moment of immense vulnerability, has only intensified the emotional burden on the Queen, rendering it almost unbearable. She watches, helpless, as fate unfolds. Sources reveal that she is torn, agonizingly so, between her unwavering royal obligations to the crown and the raw, unyielding terror of imminently losing her beloved husband, the King. The actions of King Charles, his stoic, almost stubborn, insistence on duty, leave Catherine, William, and Camilla constantly on edge, their days defined by pervasive worry over his increasingly fragile state. What immense, crushing pressure must bear down on the shoulders of a monarch facing such a profound, secret personal battle, the likes of which most can only imagine. Earlier this year, in a move that not only shocked his closest medical advisors, but also sparked significant private debate and alarm, the monarch is said to have chosen Gerson therapy, a non-conventional treatment method. This therapy, notably, lacks robust scientific backing and is widely considered high risk by mainstream medical experts across the globe. It's a gamble with his very life. According to palace insiders, a deeply personal, yet profoundly controversial, decision was driven by the excruciatingly difficult and debilitating side effects he reportedly experienced during conventional chemotherapy. The Gerson method, a notoriously demanding and often criticized regimen, includes daily coffee enemas, up to 13 organic juices per day, and a complex mix of supplements, including B12 injections and cod liver oil. It's an extreme path, chosen in desperation. Though deeply personal, this drastic move has unequivocally alarmed medical advisors, not only within the royal household, but also across the broader medical community. It has raised profound, urgent questions about the treatment's actual safety, its dubious, unproven efficacy, and its considerable, undisclosed financial cost. Medical professionals have long criticized Gerson therapy for its complete lack of clinical validation, its experimental nature, and its stark potential to cause more harm than good. Its exorbitant expense and highly invasive practices have only fueled widespread controversy, both within and outside the medical establishment, leading us to wonder, at what price comes such a desperate gamble? Charles's unwavering insistence on continuing with this unconventional regimen, despite the overwhelming medical concerns voiced by those closest to him, has reportedly unsettled courtiers, and even close family members alike. They grapple with the monarch's iron will versus the stark advice of modern medicine. So far, Buckingham Palace, maintaining its characteristic, almost impenetrable, silence on private medical matters, has not issued a formal statement regarding any decision to end conventional chemotherapy, leaving a veil of unsettling mystery around the King's true, life-or-death treatment path. The King is said to be continuing his new, highly personal treatment in absolute privacy, a solitary battle fought fiercely away from the public eye. He maintains only minimal royal duties, a mere shadow of his former demanding schedule, all under exceptionally close, yet unseen, medical supervision. This quiet, almost chilling withdrawal from the full glare of public life paints a vivid, poignant picture of a monarch grappling with profound, life-altering personal challenges. But how long can such a demanding, unconventional, and unproven regimen truly sustain the rigorous, unforgiving demands of kingship, especially when the very essence of the crown demands unwavering strength? The weight of a crown is a cruel, relentless master, never truly lifted, even in times of deepest personal struggle. The recent, strategically poignant trip of King Charles III to Canada has captivated both British and Canadian media, shedding vital, public light on his unwavering, almost defiant, commitment to his royal duties despite the profound health challenges he continues to face. Accompanied by Queen Camilla, his visit has been widely interpreted as a purposeful, almost desperate, gesture, reflecting both immense personal strength and resolute determination during this undeniably difficult and uncertain period for the monarchy. It was a performance for the ages. His efforts during this whirlwind tour have been universally praised, a desperate attempt to shore up confidence, with many acknowledging his unwavering dedication during a particularly challenging and uncertain time for the nation. Renowned royal expert Jenny Bond commented eloquently on the immense significance of the trip, noting the critical importance of his visit, particularly considering his ongoing and visibly debilitating illness. Every public smile, every wave, a silent testament to his private battle. At the solemn opening of the Canadian Parliament, the King delivered a powerful speech that garnered widespread praise and an enthusiastic ovation, a fleeting moment of triumph. In a subtly significant diplomatic move, he deliberately avoided any direct mention of President Donald Trump, whose recent rhetoric has caused considerable unease in Ottawa. Instead, he made a pointed and highly symbolic reference to Canada as a strong and free country, a remark that resonated deeply with the audience and underscored the enduring, unbreakable ties of the Commonwealth, a subtle jab at those who would challenge the global order. The author of the official report highlighted the profound, almost superhuman, commitment shown by Charles in undertaking the transatlantic journey solely for this important address, dramatically calling it the whirlwind tour that put an end to all whirlwind tours. This vivid description underscores the extraordinary, almost unthinkable, effort involved, an effort made even more poignant by his ongoing, life-threatening health battle. The palace, in a rare moment of almost direct comment, has indicated that Charles is very excited about this new chapter in his reign, projecting an image of optimism and resilience that strains belief. They further affirmed, in carefully chosen words, that Charles is following all medical instructions and managing the situation exceptionally well, emphatically underscoring his remarkable resilience and steadfastness in the face of adversity. This carefully crafted statement aims desperately to reassure a worried public, but does it truly, fully capture the agonizing reality of his private struggle, the true cost of his unwavering duty? Yet, even within the most rigid confines of royal traditions, unexpected frustrations can shockingly emerge, revealing a deeply human, almost relatable, side to the monarch. Charles inherited the sprawling Sandringham estate, a vast, cherished expanse located about 110 miles north of London in the picturesque countryside, from his late mother, Queen Elizabeth. This estate is famously known for its thriving wild bird populations, meticulously reared for the traditional annual shoots, a cherished, centuries-old part of royal life and a beloved personal pastime. However, a sudden and deeply concerning drop in the number of birds currently available has thrown a wrench into long-standing, unyielding plans, threatening a cherished ritual. This unforeseen scarcity may now force King Charles to cancel the traditional Boxing Day shoot, a central and beloved part of the royal family's Christmas holiday plans, and a deep-rooted tradition dating back centuries. It's a symbolic blow, hitting close to home. According to palace insiders, King Charles is reportedly livid over the situation, a rare glimpse into his private fury. A source, shockingly candid, bluntly told the outlet, it was a total cock-up. No birds, no bang, just red faces. The king wasn't having it. This surprisingly raw, unvarnished glimpse into the king's personal frustration reveals a man who, despite battling a life-threatening illness, remains deeply, emotionally invested in the minutiae of his ancient royal traditions, even a pheasant shoot. How does a king, battling for his very life, still find the reserves of energy to be livid about something as seemingly trivial as a pheasant shoot? And what profound truth does this reveal about the unique, almost unbearable, pressures of the crown? The weight of tradition, sometimes, is heavier than any crown, a silent burden carried in the soul. This series of events, the relentless public duty amidst a harrowing private health battle, the controversial, desperate medical choices, the tireless efforts to maintain an unshakable image of strength, and even the startling frustration over a cancelled shoot paints a complex, deeply human, and utterly compelling portrait of a monarch at a profound, existential crossroads. King Charles III, a man who has spent his entire life in meticulous preparation for this ultimate role, now finds himself navigating the most treacherous, uncharted terrain of his reign, a path shrouded in uncertainty. The monarchy, an institution built on centuries of continuity and unwavering strength, faces a delicate, terrifying balance. How much more can a monarch sacrifice? How much more can he endure before the immense personal toll becomes too great to bear, threatening the very stability and future of the crown itself? The decisions made in the coming tumultuous months, both in the public eye and behind the impenetrable palace walls, will not only define King Charles's enduring legacy, but will fundamentally, irrevocably shape the future trajectory of the British monarchy for generations to come. Will this tumultuous period be remembered as a mere royal rerun of past struggles, a predictable echo of history, or the dawn of a truly new, unpredictable era, forged in the crucible of unprecedented, agonizing challenge? The unfolding drama promises more shocking twists, more hidden revelations, and a deeper, unsettling understanding of the immense, often invisible, burdens of royalty. Stay with us as this critical, gripping story continues to unfold. Hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and join our community to ensure you don't miss a single crucial update on the future of the crown.